we're going to talk about hand sewing, safely and properly doing some hand sewing. So you have your embroidery hoop and there are two parts. You need to slide out the middle, put the outer part aside for just a moment. You've got the center of the hoop and then you're going to take your fabric and cover the center part with the fabric. Then we'll bring back this outer part, and if you need to, loosen the screw so that that will fit on top of the inner hoop plus the fabric. So you've got the fabric here is nice and tight, okay? And then you can tighten the screw even a little bit more so that this stays nice and tight like a drum. In this video, we're going to show you how to get your embroidery floss from this to this. When you buy embroidery floss, it usually will come in this state here. So what you need to do before you remove these little holders, you want to spread out the floss, and so it is just a single loop. Then I slide it on my wrist, I take the paper off and find my first end. Then what you're going to do is take one of these empty cardboard pieces. Now you can purchase these, they can be plastic, you can cut your own out of cardboard or heavy paper, and you're just going to wrap your thread around. And as you go, just unwrap a little bit more until you wind all of the floss. So here we are almost to the end, and sometimes it gets a little tangled up, so just start to unknot and keep moving through, but for the most part we should be able to wind all the way, and then there's usually a little slit that you can use it to hold so your thread doesn't get unwound. So now we are going to thread our needle using a needle threader. So we're going to take our needle threader, and you can see that it's got a large eye right here, and it's made out of wire. So we're going to slide our needle onto that wire. Then we can take our thread and put our thread through the big opening in the needle threader. Then we will carefully hold your finger and thumb right at the wire there and gently pull. And I'm really holding the needle threader and pulling my needle so I don't accidentally break my needle threader. So then when I pull my needle, the thread has gone through the eye of my needle, and I can remove the needle threader. Finally, once you have your needle threaded, we need to bring the two ends together. So our needle is in the center of our thread, and down here, farthest away from our needle, we are going to tie a knot. So our two ends are together. We'll wrap around our fingers so we create a loop. Then we can take the ends behind, through, and then pull. We're ready to sew. I just want to remind you that the needle points are sharp, so we want to be careful, especially if we're poking up from behind. We don't want to have our hand here and then go and stab ourselves. So make sure that you are careful and mindful of your hands as we are pulling everything through. And then as we go back down, we can see and pull. We want to keep our fingers away from the sharp point.